My name is Megaera Bastes. I'm from Academy International, Cambodia, and the title of my piece is The Room by Joshua Harris. Somewhere in that place, just before dawn, I found myself in a strange and bizarre room. Most of the features of the room have now dimmed from my memory. The blaze forever upon my soul is the wall that was covered with rows of carved flags. They stretched hundreds of feet in both directions. Faintly through the edge of the mist, I could see other files without drawers, standing empty as if waiting to be filled. Suddenly, I somehow understood the purpose of this strange room with its thousands of carved files. It was an elaborate cataloging of my life. Here were written the thoughts, words, and acts of my every moment, detailed in a way that no natural memory could ever match. Quickly, I opened the files and read the cards. Some brought joy and sweet memories, but most a sense of shame and regret so intense that I continually looked over my shoulder for fear someone was watching. Every single act of my life was listed, from the seemingly mundane to the horrifying. Ungodly books read, lies told, dirty jokes laughed at and told, hurtful things said to others, harm done to neighbors. The titles seemed endless. Things done in anger, times parents dishonored, people gossiped about, greedy acts, dishonest acts. Worst of all, the titles irreverence, blasphemy, sacrilege, independence, idolatry, robbery. This list of titles weighed the heaviest on me. For me, each card was written in my handwriting, each signed with my signature. How could that be? How is it possible that each thought, word, and deed in my life wrote itself on a card? At first, I refused to believe all that was written. As I read each card, the memory of what it described came flooding into my mind. They were all true, horribly true. When I pulled out the file marked music and videos watched, I realized the files grew to contain their contents. In the privacy of my home, I had watched and listened to things that I would have turned away from in public. I shuddered, shamed not only by what sinful things I had taken into myself through my eyes and ears. Rage suddenly surged through me as one thought dominated my mind. No one must ever see these cards. I have to destroy them. I pulled out a card to tear it up, but it would not tear. These records of every moment of my life were indestructible. Defeated and helpless, I put the drawer back in the cabinet. Leaning my forehead against the wall, I let out a long, self-pitying sigh. And then I sighed, and hope flashed through me. The drawer title said, People Gospel Shared With, and it was brighter than those around it, newer, almost unused. But I knew I had often spoken to others about Christ, because I had often thought about doing it. Quickly, I opened the drawer. It slid out about 3 inches and fell into my hand. It had less than 20 cards in it. It was then that my shame became a living pain within me. My chest hurt so badly, I could hardly breathe. I fell to my knees and cried like a lost child. I determined that no one would ever know this room. I would lock its door and hide the key. But as I struggled to my feet, I saw him standing in front of the files, reaching out to open a drawer. Please, God, not him, not in this room, oh, anyone but Jesus Christ. I watched helplessly as Christ began to open the files and read the cards. I couldn't bear to watch his face as he read them, yet I couldn't bear not to watch his face. When I did, I saw a sorrow deeper than my own. Christ turned and looked at me for the first time. There was such pity in his eyes that it increased my shame. Yet I couldn't stop looking at him. I could only cry like a child alone and frightened. He came close and put his arm around me. I thought he was going to say something to me, but he didn't say anything. After a while, He opened a drawer, took out a card, and signed his name over mine. I cried, "No, no!" and pulled the card from him. His name shouldn't be on these cards. It was too late. There it was, written in red, so rich, so dark, so alive. The name of Jesus covered mine, written in his blood. Jesus gently took the card back and with a sad smile continued to sign the cards. Then he turned to me, placed his hand on my shoulder and said, "It is finished." With those words, he led me out of the room. As we passed through the doorway, I saw that there was no lock on the door. The room could not be locked up, could not be sealed. It was always open. I realized then that my life would write more cards. Cards that would need to be signed in the blood